I've been a fool this whole time. As you can see here in the villager trading center that we had, or that we made a couple of episodes ago, I've been doing some trading with them a little bit. This guy's already made it to the diamond level. He's at the gold. He's at the iron. But this guy over here in particular, I did not realize what his trade was. Now, I told you I wanted a mending villager. This guy is. His very first trade is a mending book. Now, it does cost a little bit, 28 emeralds plus a book, but I feel like that's perfectly fine because I already got one from him. So now my netherite boots have mending on them. I did do some mining for netherite off camera. And so now I'm just going to be trading with him a lot so I can get as many emeralds as possible. So I can get as many mending books as I possibly can. This is a long process, but I feel like it's worth it. So if you see in the next couple of episodes that my armor has not gone down, that is why. Because I now have a mending villager. It's about time. So come with me as I tell you the plans for today's episode. First things first, we're going to go check chrome quality and see if we've made any profit. I highly doubt it. And if not, then in the next episode we are going to do some advertising for it because we really need to. In today's episode, what we are going to be doing is we are going to be finishing some pathways. I have not finished the pathways off camera as I told you I would do many episodes ago, and I feel bad for it, and I feel like might as well do them on camera. So before we head over to chrome quality, I think I should grab plenty of dirt because we're going to need it. And then we're going to start basically just making the paths. Now the nice thing about most of these paths is I won't need a ton of dirt, simply for the reason that these paths are already in grassy areas. So it's not like I'm going to need a whole ton of this stuff. So let me clear out my inventory just a little bit and we'll head over to chrome quality. Please have profits. Please have profits. Please have profits. Okay, no requests, and nothing, and nothing. I figured. Alright. Next episode, we're going to do some advertising. I already have something in mind. But now it's time to make the pathways. So, as you can see, we have pathways stretching all across the server. We have one going from Josh's castle back to the HQ. From the HQ, it goes over, wraps around my base, and then goes all the way over to Nathan's house. We still have many more to do. Liam feels pretty isolated, most likely, because he does not have a path connecting to his place yet. So we're going to make that, and then we are going to make one, hopefully... Ooh, hey, what's this guy doing over here? And then we have one that will be connecting Josh's base all the way over to Nathan's. And that will take a lot of time. So I'm going to be time-lapsing these, never fear. But we are going to do our best to get these done in today's episode. Because, let's face it, I've been putting this off for way too long. It's about time we get started. Let's go! Hope you enjoyed that time lapse because we have made it to Liam's house. I don't know if he's been on lately, but his house is still looking fantastic. The path has gone all the way from Josh's castle to Liam's house, and I think it looks fantastic. But just so you guys can get your own idea of what it looks like, Ah, there's Buckingham. He's been stuck here for a couple days. We're going to bring him back with us, and we're going to try out the path for ourselves before we get started with the path from Josh's castle to Nathan's house. So what I did is I wanted to make it look overgrown and a little bit run down, just like all the other paths. I don't want them to look like just these straight lines that look kind of boring and traditional, you know, like early days of Minecraft. I wanted it to look a little rough around the edges, quite literally. So yeah, I think this actually looks pretty good. There's occasional parts where it's difficult for a horse to get up, but to be fair, I think I'm one of the only people that actually use a horse. Josh is the only one that will occasionally use a horse. But yeah, this looks pretty good. I like it. So we're going to head right over to Josh's castle and continue the paths. It's time-lapse time once again. And with these last couple of things, and we are done! We did it! We made the whole path, all the way to Nathan's base, so here we are. Again, he hasn't done much recently. I don't think he's been on for several weeks, just because of work and all that, but let's take a quick tour of the pathway. So it loops around his, what would you call this? His sugarcane little farm area. And it keeps on wrapping around, and there were several places that I had to terraform, such as this. Some of them look natural, and some of them don't. This looks a little bit better than the other one, which you're about to see, which is this big one right here. This does not look natural, but I did my best just because it was pretty much a sheer cliff, and I didn't want to make it look like a long staircase. But it should work for horses, I believe, and you come up here. Let me deforest this area. You come over here and you come across this nice little wooden bridge, and it lets you continue on up into the mountainside. This is a much longer path, as you can see, but we keep going around, we go up the mountain some more, and eventually we reach the snowy areas. And what I did for the snowy areas is I used my water bucket, which you probably saw, and I used that to clear out all the snow. Now, as long as there's paths here, there should be no more snow forming on top of it. But over here, I actually changed the path to cobblestone, since this was in a stony area. And I put torches next to it, because any light source block will melt the snow. So that's why that's there. And then it comes down along the edge here. And as you can see chrome quality right over there. Brings you down here. And it takes you across this nice little bridge, right over to the entrance of Josh's castle. So I think it turned out pretty nicely. And now there's one more thing that I want to do today. Now I could actually, real quick, I could make a path going from the Colosseum over to the main pathway. And I'll do that, but I don't feel like I need to do that on camera, simply because of how quickly that will take. But the last thing that I want to do today is get one more mending book from my villager. And I'll just show you the different things that I trade and how I get it. And we're going to get a mending book and then call it a day. Alright, it is time to trade with some villager. Oh, there wasn't a horse there last time. That looks like Nathan's horse. Maybe he was trading in here with them. Oh, he was! Look at that! Wow. This looks really good. And he made the barriers in there too? This is much more practical. That's really good. I'm guessing that was Nathan, because I think Nathan is the only person with the gold horse armor. And he did want to do this as well. So I'm going to say thank you, Nathan. Thank you very much. But here we go. Now it's time to trade with them until we can get the 28 emeralds that we need in order to get a mending book. Alright, 16... 20. What else is there? There's paper. Who do I trade paper with? There was someone that traded paper. Was it you? You traded paper. Oh, that only gets me to 21 and I'm out of items. Oh no. See, mending book. I need more of something. Maybe clay. I'll go get some clay because I feel like that'll be the easiest thing to me to get very quickly. But first I'm actually going to go sleep at Nathan's house. Just because I don't want to die while I'm in the river. So, actually, now that I think about it, I don't think Nathan ever uses his sugar cane, so I'm actually just going to use this and make myself some more paper. I'm sorry, Nathan, I know I'm stealing. I'm going to try not to blow it up. That should be enough sugar cane. Nope, never mind, I decided to get more. But I have a feeling that when we eventually get elytra and need firework rockets, Nathan's going to be selling them like crazy because of how much sugar cane he has. I mean, it wraps all the way around where we were building the pathway. Oh my word, he has a lot. But yeah, I'm just gonna steal this from you, Nathan. Sorry. And it's just occurred to me that I'm stealing his sugarcane right after he has done me the favor of organizing my villagers more. Am I a bad person for doing that? Am I a bad person? Be honest with me. Am I a bad person? Nah, I'm sure it's fine. Who wants paper? You do. Take all the paper you... Oh, what? That only... Wait, hold on. I have more paper than that. Take that paper. Okay, you should upgrade. Yay! We have more... Ooh, Silk Touch. Ooh, that's pretty good, not gonna lie. But I need to save my emeralds. I need to save my emeralds. Ah, I need to go get more clay anyways. At this rate, it'll take me longer to get the mending book than it will for me to make the pathways. Okay, that has to be enough clay. I have to have enough for this. And I was right! There we go! We have more than we needed, 36! And we have our book, so now you can see that I wasn't just making it up. We have a mending book! Woohoo! I will probably apply this to... one of my pieces of armor, but I'll do that after I finish recording here. So I would like to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I cannot wait to show you guys the series that I am going to be starting next video. Don't worry though, this series is still continuing. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.